We're chasing history. Standing here today in front of the Congregational Church of Hampton, founded in 1638 by the Reverend Stephen Bachiler. Bachiler was opposed to strong controls of church and state. This historic place is a good starting point for understanding the history of the United Church of Christ, or UCC, a denomination found much later in 1957. Congregational churches each operate independently. And they worship God and follow Jesus. The UCC emphasizes the freedom to choose what one believes and the freedom to live with integrity. This is refreshing in a world of orthodoxy, where often orthodox vows fall short of Christ's commandments in Matthew 22:37 through 40 to love one another in their political and public life. The story of the UCC churches and Congregational churches trace back to the Puritans and Separatists who came to New England in the early 1600s. These Congregational churches emphasized local church autonomy and covenant communities. But even early on, there wasn't just one single way of thinking. Reverend Stephen Bachiler himself was known as the unorthodox founder. He was widely known as a nonconformist who challenged Puritan attempts to establish a strict orthodoxy. Despite disputes like those between Bachiler and his assistant Timothy Dalton show that even in the 17th century, there were disagreements within these early communities, demonstrating that multiple religious values and political ideas could exist within the Christian faith. Bachiler's life is marked by independence and shows this early precedent for individualism and dissent in Christianity. The ideas of diverse religious thought continue to evolve. Later, American experienced periods of religious revival, including the Second Great Awakening. This was a time of intense religious fervor and conversion, often characterized by emotional camp meetings, particularly on the frontier. This emphasized a more democratic religion, stressing again that anyone, regardless of background, could seek salvation and have a relationship with God. This saw a rise of various groups that challenged orthodoxy. This area highlighted diversity in religious expression and challenging rigid established doctrines. This reflects a continuity with the earliest spirit of dissent we saw in figures like Bachiler. Out of the Second Great Awakening, one group that would form would be the Christian Church movement. The United Church of Christ, or UCC, was formed by bringing the different streams of these Protestant traditions, including the Congregational Christian Churches, which themselves were merged in 1931 with the Congregational Churches with the Christian Church movement, a product of the Second Great Awakening. This was then unified with the German Reformed Church and the Second Synod and the Evangelical Synod of North America in 1934. The official formation of UCC occurred in 1957 with the union of these denominations. The history of coming together from diverse roots, starting with individual expression of early figures like Stephen Bachiler, through periods of widespread religious change like the Second Great Awakening, shaped the UCC's modern identity. Today, the UCC emphasizes unity in diversity. It promotes freedom of conscience and requires no creed. It maintains autonomy of local churches, and it's known for its commitments to social justice and inclusivity. Standing here where a founder known for his independent thinking established one of its earliest roots reminds us of the UCC's strength lies in the history of welcoming different perspectives and working towards a unity symbolized by its motto found in John 17:22, that they all may be one. Thank you.